Okay, so from the pre-assessment that you took yesterday, we're going to start an activity to help you clear up some misconceptions you may have with percentage increase and decreases. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give you the first card sort. Okay, when you get it, you need to find the money cards and you need to set them out like presented up on the screen. It'll take a second to warm up, like always. Okay, once you do that, you need to use the arrow cards to make connections between the money cards. There's 2 blanks in here. Just go ahead and set those to the side and we will get to those later. Okay? Any questions before we get started? All right. Lay them out on your desk. Find the money cards. Smile.
Thank you.
Okay, take turns putting the arrows in between the money cards to make connections. And set the 2 blank ones to the side.
What plus 25% of what?
You want to take turns making connections with the arrow cards. You can put these to the side. You can actually put them back in here if you want to. Okay, you're set up?
Yeah.
Great job. Okay, now you're going to use these to make connections between the money cards.
Okay.
Okay? Yep. So take turns looking at that. You can use your calculators, and we're not going to worry about these until later.
Oh, all right. Okay, so down by 50%.
Okay, lay out all your connections, connectors, and start making connections between your money cards.
So like that. Would that consider? Would that be 50%?
What you're going to be doing with these cards? No. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to set your 2 blank ones aside for a minute, and you want to try and make as many connections with these arrows in there as you can. So for example, if you see that something went up by 60%, you will put your arrow in there pointing the appropriate direction. Okay? So you want to go ahead and do that. As you go, make sure you both agree with everything. Okay? Is there any more money cards?
No.
Gee.
There's only 4 money cards.
What you're trying to do is you're going to set these aside for right now. Okay? So you're going to try to figure out which relationships are represented.
Okay, we're going to set these 2 blank ones to the side. We might not come to those until later. But you want to pick a connection and put it in between them some way to connect the money cards. Ooh, how'd you get that one, Joe? So fast. Okay, so to get from 100 to 200, you're going up by 100%. Why don't you take turns?
Down by 50. Oh, give me this.
Talk about why you're making those connections.
Yes.
You might want to start with one that, like how you said, that one was pretty easy. I'm trying to think about
No, 25% on 150 would be 25.
Are you on 0.1 or 0.001? Would this be 0.1 for a decimal?
I don't know. What does it mean to make a percent into a decimal?
To move it to. Wait, so it's
Move what to?
1 point. It's just move from like the end
What are you moving?
to make the dot.
You're moving the dot? What is that called?
The decimal.
Decimal point? 2 to the left?
Oh, I divided it.
Yes. So what's your answer to your question that you asked me?
No, it's just 1.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
Good job.
Can you tell me some of the ones that you have here already, why you placed them as you did?
They're probably wrong, but just trying to.
Okay, so you're saying if you start with 200, and you multiply by 50.
Okay, let's look at this one up here. Do you think that it's up by 50%, 100 to 150?
It's going up $50.
Great. And is that half or 50% of your 100?
No, it's not.
Your $50. Sorry. What you said out loud, the $50. Is that half of your 100?
No. Oh, okay. So would
Wait.
this,
You're just not hearing what I'm saying. Oops. I just dropped that one down on the floor.
So if it was, it'd be
What is half of this?
50?
Okay. So then you add that 50 to that to get this?
No.
no.
100 plus 50?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So this is true. What about this one?
So if you take away $50.
But is
No,
it?
but it would be half of 150, and that's not 100.
Excellent job, Alyssa. Does Jessica understand what you just said?
No.
Say it again.
Because like 150 isn't half of 100.
Oh, okay.
Get it?
Half
so
of
like
150
half
would be
of
75. Right?
Yes.
yeah. So this ain't this 20%?
I don't know. Test it. Talk about what multiplying by 20% means, maybe.
There is no percent button.
Great question.
It's the decimal.
Yes, you move the decimal place.
Yeah, I know how to do the decimal place. Like,
Okay, so
like 20% is 1.2.
Good.
But like, how do you times it or divide it? That's the only question I've got.
Well, let's start with maybe an easy one. What would
Yeah.
half of this be? 50% of 200.
Or 100.
100. So would you be dividing that or multiplying it?
Dividing?
Test it.
Divide or timesing.
Okay, so your answer to your question is multiplying
Yeah.
by your percent.
All right, thank you.
Uh-huh. Okay, what was your question?
What did you clarify with her?
She wanted to know, once she turned this into a decimal, did she have to multiply or divide?
Multiply, right?
Good.
Okay, hold on. How do you do that, like as a decimal? 37.1. And this one?
37.
1/3. 1/3 is like 0.33.
Exactly.
Okay, so I do times 37.33.
This is a half.
I mean, 33.33.
Okay, so what decimal is that?
3333.
Keeps going forever? Yes.
Hold on, don't go anywhere. Times point. I just keep pressing.
That's probably enough. Yeah, so is that one of your answers? Is that one of your money cards?
Negative.
No. So if you multiply 160 times this one, it does not give you anything that you have.
So why are you putting it there?
Just because that's the one we're talking about.
Oh.
Okay, so you need to maybe test this one with something else.
Jeez. 100 times point.
So, we don't know if we did this right or not.
Okay. How did you come up with these two?
Kind of by
The 25%.
kind of by process of elimination.
Okay, well, where'd you start? Let's start with the one you
We
started
did
with.
down by 50 and up by
Okay, so 100
200.
to 200 is up by 50%.
Yeah.
So if you had $100 here, correct?
Yeah.
What's 50% of $100?
50.
Okay. Why are you saying oh?
When I go to 150.
Yes. Well, do you see why?
Yeah. So then this would be 100%. Okay.
So why is this one up 100 up by 100% to 200?
Because 100 plus 100 is 100. It's 200.
Good.
So then, and the rest, I guess that'd be right, because 160 to 160.
Okay, let's go to this one now. Since you moved the down by 50% between the 150 and the 100, let's check that to make sure.
75. it'd be 75.
Great job. Half of 150 is 75. So is this price going down by $75?
No.
No.
So,
But none of them. Oh. Keep it where it was. No.
what? This is one we have to like write in.
200 to
Yeah, but we're not going to worry about these until later.
Okay.
50% of that.
Yeah.
So why do you think that, Nick?
50% of 200 is 100. You subtract 200 from 100, you get 100.
Yes, if you subtract half of your 200 from 200, then you get 100. Okay, so I'm in agreement with these two and this one. See if you can work through the rest of them like we just did with those three.
How do you like? The only thing, do you know how do we like find like something increasing by something? How do we calculate that?
Like up by 100%?
Yeah. You just add it to the.
It's not adding it.
You find the percent of that and then add it.
That's one way to do it.
What's so like 100 times?
Find 37% of it and then add it to 100.
Oh, okay. Okay, so 200. If 200 was raised 37%, it'd be 274.
Yes. You're getting numbers that aren't right. 150 times 0.25.
Like if you go 160 times like 2, like if you go through those, then it'd be like 30s and 40s.
Okay, so what this number represents, do we know what that number means? No? Okay. What this number is, you're finding when you multiply your cost times 25%, that's what this is. This is 25% of 160. So if we're going up 25%, what do we need to do with the original cost and the 40? Add it together. Good job, Jordan.
Oh, thank you.
So did we figure out where our card's gonna go?
Like, is that what you're supposed to be doing? So, like, they're gonna be cards next to next.
Which number did you use? 160, right? And then it went up or down? Up 25% to 200. Excellent job.
So these two, right?
I'm in agreement with this one, but not with this one. Okay, so think about that.
We need our marker.
Times it by 0.25.
Okay, we're not going to actually use these until the end.
Oh, well, then we're done.
Everything that you need is on there.
Okay, so we're done.
Dude, this guy can't have 4 things happening to it. I don't understand. Can you explain that to me?
All right. Hold on. Hold on, we got this mixed up. JK, come
I'll be right back. I could hear that you were finished. Okay, you feel confident?
Yeah.
Next one. Hi. Where are we stuck?
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, how'd you get this one?
Oh my God.
How'd you get 100 up by 100% is 200?
So 100 times 2 is.
Because 100% of 100 is 100, and I added 100 to that, which would make that 200.
Excellent. Good job. How did you get that 100 to 150 is up by 50%?
50% of 100 is 50, so I added 50 to that and got 100.
Great job. All right, now let's check this one. How is 150 down by 50% 100?
Wait a minute, I know that's wrong.
Why is that wrong?
No, I know it's wrong because yesterday's problem, I still ended up with 100% on that one problem.
Huh.
So it must be like less, but there's only 4 numbers. I just don't know how to do percents in a calculator.
Okay, let's talk about that. So we have these numbers here, like 20%. How can you write that, excuse me, as a decimal?
0.20.
Good. So how could you use your calculator then to find 20% of 100?
100 divided by 20.
try it.
Is that right?
I don't know. Let's figure it out. 500, does that make sense?
Nope.
No.
Well, 100 times 20. Point 20. It's 20.
Good job.
What's that do?
That's 20% of 100.
So it's 100 times 20%.
So what we discovered from doing this little sidetrack is that we need to multiply by our decimal to find the percentage.
This one.
Talk about why, Luke.
I got them in the same order.
Oh, I'm really sorry. I didn't want you to move the ups and downs.
We have them in the same way.
Just extend your picture. All right, you had the decimals in there?
Yep.
Okay, did it help you clarify anything with your ups and downs? Did you change any of those depending on what the decimals were? You didn't change anything? Okay. Let me give you the next set.
They're already on the next one.
It's okay.
No, it's not okay.
It really is.
Okay, we got one. We don't even have.
Down by 50%.
Yeah, I don't know. I just stuck back there.
How did you get this first one? This will kickstart the rest.
I'm just not getting it. She knows it.
It's okay.
200.
There's different ways to do this.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. So that's 100. So then you took 200 and you minus that 100 and you got your money card.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm still lost.
How can you change this into a decimal?
Move it 2 spots.
Good. So you know that this is 0.5.
5.
So when you multiply the 200 times 0.5, that's going to give you 50% of 200.
Okay.
What's half of 200?
100.
100.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why you get 100 in your
Oh,
calculator.
duh. 50, duh.
Okay, and then you're going to subtract it away, and that's how you get back to your original 100. So let's try that same thinking with the up by 50%.
All right.
Okay, so
Do it multiply it still? 50.
okay, so Paige decided to test the 100 again. 100 times 0.5 is what? 50. So what do we need to do now with the 100 and the 50 you just found? Add them, because we're going up.
By 50.
Okay, so what is 100 plus 50?
150.
All right,
Yeah, we're done.
good connection.
Oh.
All right, maybe do this one. It stuck to me.
They're saying, yeah, we have no
Sure.
idea. We have no idea.
How did you get this guy?
We did 200 times 0.5. Gave us 100. You're going 8 and then subtract 100.
Good job. Excellent. You just worked together. Okay, so we're confused on this guy?
The decimals. How to put
All right,
33
so,
times 3 plus 1, or is it 30?
oh gosh. Okay, just plug in 1 divided by 3 maybe in your calculator and tell me what decimal that is.
0.333.
Okay, so if we move the decimal place to the left 2, what decimal is it? So it just keeps going on forever. Okay, so that's what we need to multiply by, just like you did the 50 with this one, 0.5 with this one. Okay, good job. So Rachel just tested the 200. Okay, and you got 66. So what do we do with that? We're going up. So you add it, okay.
That doesn't work.
That's not one of your money cards. Good. So let's try another one.
150 times 333. It's going up. That's not going to work either. It's going to work for 160.
How close was that to 200?
Like 1 by.
Was that the answer? Okay.
60% 100.
Yeah.
So I wonder if you extend this guy What did we say the fraction of 0.33 was?
Kept going. It's 0.33.
What's the fraction?
1/3.
1/3. Let's try multiplying it times 1/3. That'll give us a more exact answer. And then add. All right, so where's that connection go? Awesome. All right, so you can do this one now too, I think, and this one.
But the 100 one did not work when we did either of them.
The 101 didn't work? You tested all of
We
them?
did 0.1.
Okay, what's 100% of 160? 100% of 160? It is? 160 plus 160? 320. Is that a number card? Okay, do the same thing for this one. 100% of 100? And then too, I have the recording sheets. And then I also have.
Did you want one per group or one per person?
I think I made one per person. And then I also have the extended cards too, if that group gets to that.
All right. I was asking them to use patterns also.
Oh yeah, we need to do that too.
Okay. So
Yay.
after that,
Something like that.
I want you to start thinking about patterns. Any patterns that are pretty cool that you notice, either jot them down, you can hold them back here.
We got these wrong, don't we?
But something,
I see some good things.
What's wrong?
see if there's any way that we can make work like this easier from the beginning. Okay?
Actually, I see some really good things. What is this? What does that mean? 0.6 with the bar over it.
It's repeating.
It's repeating. Okay. How'd you figure out that that one goes there?
Because it's the last one we got. That's not there though. It doesn't go there, does it? Because it's 18.5 is the decimal for 37.5.
That's not where you have it though, Jessica. You were testing 100 times 0.666, but it's starting here and it's going down to that. So when you test it,
99.9, it equals 100.
okay. So can you tell Alyssa what you just tested?
Oh, I multiplied 150 times 0.666. I just put like so many sixes. And then I got 99.9. Oh, okay.
Okay, so would you agree that that's in the right spot? Okay, what about this guy?
This is goes up by 100 or something. This is 100 equals 100 as a decimal. Because I timed it to do it that way, but it didn't work. So I think I did it wrong.
So is this in the right spot? So it says the arrow is pointing, starting here, and then going down to 100. Is that true?
That is right. That's right. Because if you multiply this times 0.625, it equals 100, so that's your answer.
Yeah.
Good job.
And then, yeah.
Okay, tell me about why is there this 1 in front of the 0.5? All we've been dealing with
It
is
should be just
just decimals.
1.25, right?
It should be 0.5.
No. I just want to look at why is there a 1 in front of him and a 1 in front of this one?
One whole number in front of me.
Yes, why is that?
Because the 100?
100's a whole number.
The 100 is a whole number by itself already.
Okay, so with having that 1 out in front, it's doubling the 100 and then adding 50.
0.5. So it'd be 150, basically.
Ah!
It's like if you're dealing with, well, you are dealing with money, but like if you're typing in like, oh, I got $150, you don't put 150. You put
1.55
You'd
would
like
be
$100,
$1.
and then you'd add it, like say, oh, I had $50, you put 0.5 or 50 point, whatever, I don't know.
Okay, let's test
I know what I'm
this.
talking about, but it don't
Well, if
make
you
sense
multiply
when it's
these
coming
two,
out.
it equals 150. That's how I got the answer. So then I just put 150 right there.
Okay, good. Why do you think it's more than just 0.5? Why do you think it's 1.5 to make it go?
Because you're trying to get to $50 more
Okay, good. So this up
by 50%.
by
$50
50,
more.
you really need the 100% of what your original was plus the 50% going up. So that's why you have the ones in front of the ups. Okay, good job. Let me give you the next round of cards. They are fractions. Okay, tell me about this one.
All right.
So 100.
Hold on. We're almost there. 100 times 1.5 is 150.
Good job. So you're multiplying them to make sure they're in the right spots?
Yeah.
So why is this not 0.5 then?
See, that's where we have the problem, and it comes out to 99. We're going
That's pretty
0.9.
close, because what does this line above the 6 mean?
It's repeating.
Yeah, it repeats on forever. So you do agree that these don't look the same, but they're in the right spots?
Correct.
Okay. Let's talk about why there's a 1 in front of the ones when you go up.
All right. 160 times 1.25 is 200.
Good. What if you just multiplied 160 times 0.25? What would you get?
40.
Okay, and then
140 plus, or 160 plus 40 is 200.
okay, great job. So
And that's how we got the, that.
good. It is how you got the ones up by 25%.
Correct.
So do you see the relationship now between these two things? You did 2 steps in finding out where that one goes, and 1 step in finding out where this one goes.
All right.
So there's 2 different ways to find.
We did it the long way. We worked everything out.
Yeah, when you did these, you kind of did do it the long way. But you might not have realized that until right now.
Yeah. All right.
Ready for the fractions?
Oh, sure.
Un momento. And I'll be back to ask you some questions.
Okay. So we have
Yeah, well, I don't even know what we're doing. All right, stop.
Did you get the decimals?
Just now.
Have you figured any of them out yet?
No. We're working on it.
All right. How did you get these 2 answers?
Multiply.
Multiply what?
0.6666 or 0.5.
Okay, you can go went in both directions. Let's start with this one. Start with 100, go up by 1.5. What did you do?
Multiply.
100 times 1.5?
Gives you 150.
Excellent. And then how do you know that this one's right and that it's not multiplied times 0.5? How did you know to put that one and not this card there?
I know that 5% of that, or 50% of that is 100. That's what 0.5 would, I guess, represent. But this, all I know is if you plug it in as one is 0.6 and then, or
You're just confused.
150 times 0.5 would equal 75. That's a no-go.
Okay, so you're saying that 0.5 would not go there because 0.5 times this would be 75, and that's 100 down there. Okay, but why is 6 repeating the answer?
I just saw it because the more, like, if you put in 0.6, it would equal something less, but if you keep plugging in another 6 behind it, you know, it would eventually round up.
I wonder if there's a fraction that we can use to represent 0.66666666. Is there? Do you know it? Do you know what 0.33333 is? 1/3.
0.666616.
No.
2/3.
2/3. Good. So what if we multiply 150 times 2/3? 1/3. 1 second.
Gotta do parentheses.
Alright. 2/3 is right here.
It's 100.
It's 100. So it's in the right spot?
Yeah.
And now I just helped you out with the next round. Accidentally.
That's okay.
I'll come back later.
Did we do it?
Woo! I see some good things.
Some good things. And then
Oh my goodness. How did we get this?
Paige did it.
Paige did it?
Yeah, she
Well, let's poke it in there with her. 200.
times 0.20 is 40. So 200 minus 40 is 160.
Awesome.
I know.
Why is it up by 25 then and not up by 20?
Because you get 40. 160 times 0.25 is 40. So if you add it.
Try this. 160.
Well, you're talking too fast. Like I'm like trying to listen. What am I doing? 160
Times 25%
40.
is 40. So 160 plus 40 is nice. Decimal time. You are. You have the fractions in there? All right, try to come up with some patterns that you can see, and then I'll ask you about that in 1 second. Hi. Okay, how'd you come up with this guy?
0.3333. Take the 0.333 times 400, you get 0.33 point, and then you have to 1/3.
Okay. What this number means, remember when we talked about that? That's the money that's going to come off of your amount.
No, I'm just saying by times 100, just period, not without this 100. Not off of that one.
Oh, well,
It's out
let's
of the
take it off
percent
the 150. Let's take 33% off of 150. What does that mean when I say that?
I was just showing you how I got the percent.
Oh, yes, so that part was right.
And then I rounded it because like there's no way that.
Right, good job.
I rounded those. I rounded that for this one and that one. Oh wait, not that.
So you got close to $50, so you're telling me that 150 minus 50 takes you back to that 100?
No. Yes. Wait, what?
Alright, so
She just multiplied this number percentage times 150 and got close to $50.
Okay.
So 150, take away the 50, takes you back down to 100.
Oh wait, I meant to do it.
that
No,
is
wait.
exactly where you're
150 minus 50 takes you back to 100.
that needs to go on there.
If you take $50 from 150, you have $100.
Good. So you agree that's in the right spot?
No, because it's 150, 200 once you add.
But we're going down. So what do you need to do when you're going
You're
down?
going down, you subtract it.
Are you trying to talk her out of like the right answer, or is it actually?
I'm just trying to get you to talk about how you got it.
Oh, I got it. Now you're making my head explain it to me all over again.
I'm making your head work again.
Yes.
Okay, so I see that you have this 100s. You're telling me that 150 up to 160 goes up by 100%.
I don't know if that's right.
That's how you had the arrow going.
Well, I wanted to go this way, but she wanted to go that way, so I just let her do that.
Okay, so let's talk about that
Then
one.
it's like $10, isn't it? Like,
That would be 10%.
is it really?
Closer
How do you
to.
make 100%?
What's 100% of 5? If I had 5 apples and I gave you 100% of my apples, how many apples would you have? 5 apples. If you had $100 and you wanted 100% of your $100, how much would that be?
200.
And you're going to go up that much.
I told you. Shut up.
Oh, sorry. Okay, now you want to work with the decimals. See if you can come up with some good things. We're done. Okay, nice work. How did you come up with why this is 3 halves?
There's nothing in there.
It fell.
Oh, I was like, I can't really.
Okay, well, we came up with this after the fact. Shut your mouth. No, I figured it out because look, they look the same.
Except for what? They're
They're different.
flipped? Do you know the vocabulary word we use when we flip fractions?
They're reciprocal.
Nice. They are. That's an excellent pattern to see. All of them fit that?
We didn't notice that until afterwards.
Which one did you place first?
I think it was that one.
Before you realized the
Yeah, I know
pattern?
that one.
Okay, how did you get this one?
Because 100 times 1/2 is 50. No, you did it wrong. No, this one's supposed to be over there. 'Cause- hold on. Do 100 times 2 over 1. It's 200.
Okay, nice. What if we put these in a more easy pattern?
Whoa. Hey, yeah, you got it mixed up. See, the way it was fine until you.
Do you see a relationship between the fraction and the decimal?
Yeah.
What? What do you see?
Oh. Huh. They both have 2's in it, and that has 50 and that has 5. And then that's half. That's a half. That's a half. That's 2 over 1. That's 2 over 1.
And does that happen in the other examples?
No, because that doesn't. Yeah, it did.
So you're checking if 4/3 is 1/3 repeating?
But it's a little bad word, so. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Alright, so ultimately we got it done.
Ultimately, you did.
And right.
And I love how you saw the connection between the fraction reciprocals. And I might have you talk about that to the whole group.
See, there you go, pushing it.
I'm actually going to get the recording paper for you so that you can record these, and then I'm going to have you work on these blanks and
So much work.
see if you can come up with a connection going that way.
We did that.
Did you get some weird numbers?
You're right.
Write them down on those blanks.
You want to be careful when you round that you're not taking.
A marker? I'll give you a marker.
Who says we're ready for that? We're not. Are we?
Yeah, we're ready.
I think we are.
Why are you raising your hand? You're finished with that level? Okay, talk about how you got this answer. How did you know that 160 times 1.6 is 100? Oh, the other way around, sorry.
1 times 100 is 100. 6.6 of 100 is 60%. So 0.6 of 100 is 60%.
It's not necessarily whatever you
60% is $60 added onto that 100. We just got 160.
That was intense, but correct. Okay, how did you get the 0.6 repeating goes between the 100 and 150?
150 times 0.666. And I got 99.9. Which
How come you didn't get 100?
Because it's repeating.
And you only put 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes on
It
forever.
need to be like 0.99999 times 0.666. 0.99.99.
Even closer. Is there a fraction we could use for 0.6666666?
Yeah, actually there is.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah, let me tell you.
I do.
No,
That group does.
wait a minute. Calculator's being evil. Oh no, you can't know how to do second.
That was our last one, so.
Math, fraction. 99.99.
No, not that. Can you turn this decimal into a fraction? What is 0.66666?
Well, I know 0.6 is 60. So it's point.
What fraction is that? Do you know what fraction 0.33333 is?
1/3.
1/3. So what do you think 0.6666?
So this is
2/3.
Yeah, you add them. I could figure that out.
All right. Why are all the ups? Why do all the ups have 1s in front of them? Why is that one 2? Why do all the ups have 1s in front of them?
now we got. Steven, you want to answer that one?
Luke, you put them there.
You did the ups.
No, I did.
How'd you get this one?
Because it plugs in right.
Well, plug it in for me. Tell me what you did.
160 times 1.25 equals 200.
160
Okay.
divided by 4.
What if you
4
multiplied
times 4.
160 times 0.25? What would you get?
Times what?
25?
Yeah, 160 divided by 4 is 40. So that's $40 added on to that.
Good. So the 160 plus the 40 would get you the 200. So instead of doing those 2 steps, you can just do 1 step if you put the 1 in front of it.
Yeah.
Interesting. Cool. Fractions.
We're done with this one.
You put the decimals in some spots. Let's check this one. Why'd you put 75 there? 0.75.
Is it going? Oh, it's going out.
It's going down.
50.
It's going up.
It's going up. Wait.
Yeah, we're going from 150 up to 200. Oh, we're going down?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that way.
So 200 times, excellent. What about this guy? Why is 100 times 1.5 150?
When you times 1.5, it gets. No, I would be.
Great.
Beautiful. That.
150, excellent. Why do all the ups have 1s in front of them?
The what?
Why do you have 2 ups for this one? It can't have 2 answers. One of them's being missed. This one doesn't have a. This one doesn't have a down. Okay, so you're saying 150 times 0.6 repeated is 100?
Why do you want to match one? No, you should.
1.6. Oh, it's just 0.6.
Did you do the harder? Did you do the fill in the blank ones? Did you record the cross? Did you record the diagonal? That's a lot of 6s.
But I guess that.
Okay.
Because you said 160.
Yeah. We did that 0.6 because the 60%.
No, we did that one because the 60%.
Oh, excellent connection.
But yeah.
You're going to be on video.
Oh, yay.
Okay, so you found a perfect connection. This is 0.6, and it's not. So that means we have to multiply by the 1.6. Awesome. Okay, fraction time? Oh, they're not that
That
bad.
means 2, right?
You might want to spread these out so you can see them.
So that's going right there because it's 2.
I like it.
I like it. Is there more?
No.
Because I knew it's 0.9 something, because it can't be 0.999 or 9.
What?
We have to fill out the blanks to get.
You're going to do the blanks now? Do you want to start with maybe finding the fractions, the decimals, or the percentages? Okay, so pick one that you do know and maybe work backwards.
Like this one?
Sure.
So to get from here to here, we gotta go 0.5.
Okay, you have to go down by 0.5.
And this one you have to go down.
What if you didn't know what the 0.5 was? Is there a way that you could find it if you only had the money cards?
Wait. I'm 0.05 off. What about 16 divided by 5? Or,
I thought we were checking this
yeah,
one.
but like 200 divided by 100.
Okay, what's that?
It's 2.
It's 2.
Yeah.
So that doesn't give you the 0.5.
What?
How could you get 0.5? Excellent. Okay. So that was the down example?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do the down here. See if we can come up with the decimal that will go down. So what did you do?
0.99375.
What did you do with your numbers?
Numbers.
Your division?
I divided
0.5 thousandths.
150.
I did 150 divided by 160.
Okay. Looks good.
All right. So when
So maybe you should talk to Nick about what you did. That didn't give us the answer?
no, that doesn't make sense though. 150 times. Let's look the closest one. 19375.
Okay, maybe we should check one that's not. Maybe we should go this way. Let's try this one. So how can we get the decimal 0.75?
150 divided by 200.
Okay.
So then.
You're taking the wrong number. You got to do your 200 times 0.75 is going to give you your 150.
Oh, okay.
So then go back to this example. It was 0.9 something.
0.9, so 60.
Okay.
Alright.
You want to explain to Nick what we just did?
You take this divided by that, and that gives you the number. That'll go down. That'll give you the down.
The decimal down.
And then you just do it the opposite way. And you multiply this.
Did you get a pen?
Are we doing this issues?
They're up on my desk if you want to grab the box. Actually, wait, I have something else you all can do. Put your money cards away, keep out your connections, and see if you can come up with where these...
What? Are we not supposed to take this part?
It's okay, you only need some of them.
Alright.
You can look at your chart you created.
Okay.
Take the money cards away and see if you can fit these into some spots. Okay, did you have a question?
Are we doing this
We're working on the decimals?
Yeah. Are we doing this right?
I don't know, what have you done? Why don't we check one of them?
I've been doing all of it. I'm not sure which how you figure out which the arrows go one way or the other.
Okay.
So I know that that this times this goes to 160, or this times this goes to 160. Like
Both of them do?
200
times 0.8, 160. So that arrow is going in the right direction.
0.5 times 200 is 100.
Okay, so where should that one go? Good job. So Jordan, why don't you check those two and see if they're going in the right direction?
Okay.
It basically tells you. You said 100 times what?
0.06. 0.9.
It's a 6.
It's a 6.
Or 6, yeah. 100 times.
You get 50.
I don't know what I did there.
So maybe that's not in the right spot. Maybe test this one. 160?
That one's right.
Okay, keep checking them.
I had $25 left.
They're not together.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they haven't been together.
Wait, what are they?
How'd you come up with these?
We messed it up.
How'd you come up with these?
We messed it up.
You messed it up?
Yeah, it's not.
I wonder if we can figure it out.
It's something close to 6%, but it's not 6%.
That one is hard. I agree.
Is it like something?
I wonder if your
up high?
decimal's right, though. Tell me how we can check to see if the decimal's right. 0.06.
Type in 160.
You're not on. Try again.
It's 9.6, and then you take 160. That's what we mean. It's close, but it's not.
Okay, did you have to do that subtracting when you multiplied by these decimals over here? No. So we don't want to have to do that subtracting part when we have this either. I wonder if we can just come up with a decimal that all you have to do is multiply 160 by and you'll get 150. I wonder how we could do that.
Is that a right number?
It's probably like 25.
Final one is down.
So I'll probably get like.
Are we supposed to put these right here in here too?
Yes, please.
So just write them down. However.
Yeah. Alyssa, I wonder if we could, let's look at this one, this connection that you already have. When you multiply 200 times 0.8 and get 160, is there a way we could come up with this decimal if we didn't have it?
The 20%.
No, the 0.8. Can you use your two money cards to find this 0.8?
No, I just use a fraction.
Okay, what if you didn't have that? How could you find?
I'll find the decimal 20%.
How could you find this number? How do you use it in here? You multiply it times 200 to get this?
Yeah.
So what if we were trying to find this number? What would we have to do?
Put an X for that.
Okay, so 200 times X equals 160. $200x. 200x. Oh, you're okay. All right. Excellent. Now solve for x. I don't think that's how you would solve for x, the way you wrote it down.
Oh, 1.9375.
That's your decimal.
Gotcha.
Okay, and then to get the other way, you want to set up your x on the other side.
Okay, to find the stuff for all these, we didn't get the cards back out.
Okay.
We just found the percent of 120 and 160, and we realized it's down by 20.
Okay.
And we just did that for all of them.
Okay.
So we realized it would be the same.
So it's all the same connections? Just the money cards have changed?
Yeah.
I wonder what's similar between 150 and $1.20. I wonder what's similar between this number and this number.
I don't know.
It's just like this.
Why are these in the 200 and 100 spot?
Oh, because this is half.
Yeah.
And then that's 3/4. Hold on. Yeah.
Hey, Aaron and Joe, we're getting close on time, so I want to make sure that you get it recorded.
I'm doing that right now while they're trying to figure out these.
Okay.
Because this is individual, right?
Okay. Great job, guys. Did you got the cross written down?
This way, yeah.
Okay, where's this cross? Did you all write that one down?
Do that one?
Yeah. Can you remember it? I bet you could figure it out again real quick.
For what? So this is for
See, now it's not going to answer. Because you.
Get your fractions?
We're doing it.
You're almost done. Really? That's interesting.
We just got them, that's why we're in.
You do have the fractions now. Okay. Tomorrow, Will and Nick, I might have you talk about how you all came up with this number and those fractions. Okay? Because you all did it a really smart way. Are you recording? Okay.
No! Hey, it's getting intense. This is getting intense here.
That's not that intense. That is intense. Hi. Did you record everything? Can you do the diagonal for me real quick? And then record your diagonal.
We're not drawing everything.
You've got to have these guys share
And how they came up with it? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the
experience?
It worked. And finally, he's like, wait, I got it.
I can't find a percent though.
How can you find a percent if you know a decimal?
Move it right 2 places.
I'll try it. See what happens.
See, this is why your class is entertaining. You get to watch us struggle when you know all the answers.
Exactly.
Hold on a second.
And then we just divided like 2 by 3 and then got the decimal. Yep.
Sweet. What about these? What can you see about those?
They're flipped.
They are. What's that called?
Inverse.
Close. Starts with an R.
Rational. Inverse. Rational.
Ends with a reciprocal.
What?
Reciprocal.
Oh!
I said starts with an R, ends with a reciprocal. That one-
Reciprocal?
Yeah.
That's hard to say.
It is, isn't it? A tongue twister. I wonder what happens if you multiply these guys together.
Do you want me to find out?
Maybe.
Are we supposed to write these down?
The diagonal one, yes, please. Oh, I think I just put my hand on the microphone and I think I made it blurry. Like.
I'm lazy.
You're losing your mind, but you got it done. How does it feel?
I feel great. I'm going to Disney World. Oh, it equals 1. 6 over 6.
It does?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Can you talk about that tomorrow?
No.
Why?
Because what's that showing? That's not adding.
It or not?
There's always one going this way and one going that way. Okay. Is there any relationship between the values on the one going this way and the one going that way? Look, I don't know. That's what I was asking. Okay, so wait a minute. You said flipped and you said opposite reciprocal.
Because like this one's 1/2 and that's 2 over 1.
Okay, so
Opposite.
well, is it opposite or is it reciprocal, or is it opposite reciprocal? What does opposite mean?
Different. Yeah. I don't know.
What is reciprocal?
It's a fraction flipped.
Okay. So reciprocal means fraction flipped. What does opposite mean?
No, because that'd be negative. So they're not negative. They're just reciprocal.
Okay. I think what you were thinking is opposite reciprocal. Do you remember when you run into opposite reciprocal? No, students always think that.
Fractions, you have to like flip.
That's reciprocal. Opposite reciprocal comes up when you're talking about the slopes of perpendicular lines. That's why a lot of times when students say reciprocal, they'll throw opposite.
Did you record it all? Even your diagonals? Okay.
Yes.
Are you working on the hard ones?
We're trying, but it's not working. That's wrong.
What are you trying to figure out first?
From 160 to JK. See, that's wrong. What? Both of those.
Nuh-uh. It's 160 and 150 is 49.6.
Percent?
No, it would be 31%. I think that's wrong personally.
160 plus 50 is not 150. What? 160 plus 150 is not 160 plus 50 is not 150.
It's true, it's not.
So you're wrong.
How about we call quits on this?
It's 10%.
Start packing up and
What's
cleaning.
10%?
Wait, never mind.
See, you don't even know.
You know what? Be quiet.
160 times 10 is 16. 150 times 0.5. Move your face. 150.
You always say it, but it's never gonna happen. Try 150.
So are you trying to come up with these two?
We already have them.
You're trying to do the up and down percentages for these?
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
Chris told us.
I wonder if it'd be easier maybe to try to find the decimal first. And then work to your percent.
How do you even do that?
I don't know, how would you figure this number out
We just
if you just had these two?
I don't know, Miss Galchick.
Well, what does this mean? 100 times 1.5 is 150.
It's increasing $50.
Let's just look at the decimal. 100 times 1.5 is 150.
It's 150 right there.
Right. So what if I didn't have this 1.5? Could you just figure it out using the money cards? What would you have to do? Maybe we need to think about the opposite of multiplication. I wonder. I don't know. Test it out.
Test what out?
Division of your money cards.
Like, what do I divide?
I don't know. Try one of them on top.
You're killing me. You really are.
We're just going to work with the money cards. So pretend you don't know this. Just work with the money cards. Didn't you just tell me the opposite of multiplication is division?
Yep.
So you're doing 100 divided by 150.
1.6. There we go.
That's not what I want. Maybe try it the other way. I want this number.
There we go.
So if you did that between these two, could you find how much you're going up by?
Yeah.